Hi, everyone. Welcome to SBR Sports Picks. His name's Jimmy the Bag. My name is Peter Loshak. This is Loshak in the Bag show for Thursday afternoon, May 17th. You're watching SBR Sports Picks, SBRforum.com, SBRodds.com, and of course SportsbookReview.com. Whole family of sites. Jimmy the Bag, of course, we got the Preakness coming up this weekend. Jimmy, we don't have to ask about that. Jimmy the Bag is pumped. Yes, Jimmy the Bag is pumped, and with research, and with opinions, and with picks. He already shot his dedicated standalone Preakness segment, and we do have a segment scheduled in this show to cover Jimmy the Bag's opinions on the Preakness. We are also going to display his beautiful, flawless, actually, perfect record so far in the picks that he's given officially in this show. Also, a little bit under the radar, WNBA starts tomorrow. Now, Jimmy the Bag, I do enjoy WNBA. Am I guaranteed to be profitable in a WNBA? No. But is there a chance I'll be profitable? Yes. I love it. And we are going to cover it. I'm going to cover it as much as I possibly can. Jimmy the Bag, your job for WNBA is to do absolutely no research, but you do have a job, though. You do have an assignment, and you might find very illuminating. You might enjoy it. Listen to what I say about WNBA. Listen to what the commenters in the chat box say about WNBA. And just by listening to us figuring out who's right, who's wrong, and why, just by sitting there and listening, you might wind up being the sharpest WNBA handicapper in these entire series of videos just by listening to the people who are doing their research and getting to know their tendencies.
Well, I will listen, and I can tell you that I most likely won't be the sharpest WNBA character or handicapper, but I'm very thankful that you are not expecting hardcore study and research.
Just hang out and chill out. First comment that I'm seeing here is from Thirawut Natandi. Says, hi, I'm new here at the chat, but always love your guys' video. Thank you so much, Thirawut Natandi. Huge shout out to Thirawut Natandi. King Rail says, I got y'all. Don't trip, Pete. WNBA. I capped that also. That's great to hear.
Okay, well, I'm done. I'm finished.
I mean, it's just the thing is that I love handicapping WNBA, but as you know, Jim, I need to take some psilocybin or something because I feel so much pressure with the picks that I give publicly. You know what I'm saying?
What's psilocybin?
Psilocybin? What is that?
Yeah.
Magic mushrooms, baby. Expand your mind, expand your horizons, and relax when it comes to things like giving picks publicly on YouTube videos. No, Jim, you know what I'm saying, Jim? I love handicapping WNBA, and if I feel like I have an edge, I bet them. And if I win, that's great. If I lose, that's fine. It's a calculated risk. But it's just I feel so much pressure to give winning picks in the picks that I give publicly. I care way more about the picks I give publicly than the bets that I actually make, which is why I'm so much more risk averse in the bets that I give publicly on these videos than in the bets that I make on my life in my personal account. You know what I'm saying, Jen?
I do. I really do. I mean, we want. These guys have become our friends and people we care very much about. So we want to give out winners. I completely understand how you feel when we're Jay Ryan is
what's he saying?
He knows cyclo.
Oh yeah, baby. They got. I mean, what they say that if you're fucked up, the shit can cure you. I don't know, but I'm gonna try it. You know what I'm saying? One of these days, motherfucker, I'm gonna try it. Psilocybin. See what that might be able to do for me. YouTube Junkie 814 says shrooms are a great time. That's what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for a good time. Looking to get healed. Looking to get fixed. All right, so what else do we have here? Hako Schofield says, always best fucking show with legendary Pete and Jimmy. Thank you so much, Hako Schofield. D from Detroit says when does NBA start? Tomorrow. D from Detroit, it starts tomorrow. It is, what's so funny?
So Latte says your third personality is a great WNBA captain.
Twate latte. Very, very nice one. Twate latte. Let's see, what else do we have here? Yes, there are some pitching changes. We will get to that. Tony Soprano joining us on the chat. Tony Soprano was also with Brooksy taking Vegas yesterday. Yeah, I mean, Tony Soprano and Brooksy are in competition for like who's the better NHL handicapper. But I think in the end, there's only two sides you can be on. So if you got two cappers who are good at something, they're tending to be on the same side most of the time. You know what I'm saying? Except once in a while, For example, today, where Mark Lathrop and -110 No Trottoda are strongly on opposite sides of the Oakland-Toronto game. People who watch the morning show, -110 No Trottoda, really awesome MLB capper. Ton of respect everywhere he goes. Said that Oakland should be like a -140 favorite. Yeah. And Mark Lathrop came in and said he was all over Toronto -1.5 on the run line, something like best bet of the day. So it's not always the case that the greatest handicappers are on the same side. They tend to be. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, and when they are, it's a good side to be on.
Absolutely, absolutely. Okay, so a lot of other comments coming in. Giovanni Biesdorf says, Loshak, look at UFC Chile this weekend. Absolutely. Giovanni Biesdorf, I'm going to do a preview video of that one with Andreas Hale tomorrow, and then, of course, recap the preview video in the afternoon show tomorrow, so that should be fun. 6 fights on the main card. I'm definitely looking forward to it. Greg Schneider says, big value in WNBA. Yes, they absolutely can. Jay Ryan says, Pete is bringing the alacrity again. I know what that word means. I know what that word means. Jay Ryan. Shout out to Jay Ryan. Inside jokes in the shows. All right, let's see. What else do we have here? Other comments coming in. And the
88 Nate says 12 teams in WNBA. Everybody should get rich cap in that shit this season. I tell you what. You and King Rail, I will be listening to very closely.
I mean, I'm gonna do my best.
King Rail, to be honest, says he never capped WNBA until he started watching you 2 years ago.
Really? Wow. Yes. Listen, it's you know, it's as with all NBA basketball, it's fucking fixed. So no, I'm kidding around. It's not fixed, but it's definitely tricky. There's a lot of wacky stuff that can happen. A lot of late roster changes and a lot of late movements because of that. And it's possible that could have to do with period issues. And I'm not even joking. I'm not making a misogynistic joke here. You know, period issues I think do crop up in the WNBA and can result and can be the cause of late breaking roster news. Someone can sit out unexpectedly.
How long can you talk about period issues?
What do you mean? I'm not gonna me personally?
Yeah.
Quite a long time, Jimmy the Bag. Quite a long time. Oh no. WC Kicks Ass just tipped us $10. Thank you so much. Loshak in the Bag, best show in the world. Hats off to you fellas. And wherever that $10 winds up in this world, enjoy it. Enjoy it. That's courtesy of WC Kicks Ass.
The spirit in which
yes, the spirit is what matters.
Very
Yes,
WC
absolutely. Thank you so much, WC Kicks Ass. Who gets that money? My guess is that most of it probably goes to the owner of SBR, which is not me. A percentage of it probably goes to YouTube. Probably Mark Zuckerberg gets a kick. Jeff Bezos. I'm not sure, but W Kicks Ass has kicked out $10 into the ether on behalf of Loshak and the Best Show. Loshak and the Best Show, best show in the world. Hats off to you fellas. Thank you so much. WC Kicks Ass.
WC Kicks Ass. What very, very kind. I hope he meets us in Vegas.
Yes, absolutely. Okay.
IFBC Vegas.
B Simpson says, where's that $10 going to go up? Up their noses. Yeah, probably. Good point there, B Simpson. All right, so let's see. What else do we have? Zigzag Man. Shout out to a Zigzag Man. Scotty Rock Forever says someone just donated $10 to Pete's Shroom Fund. Yes, I just need to set a little bit of a time in life. Set aside a little time in life before football season.
I'm telling you, ayahuasca is just 30 minutes away.
I know. A lot of opportunities here in Costa Rica to do that. All right, so shall we move on? Jimmy the Bag.
Yeah.
Okay, MLB. First of all, Jimmy the Bag, your Texas money line play canceled. Cole Hamels is not starting. It's now Doug Fister. If you'd like to throw it on again, you'll have to take it with Fister, and we'll be able to give you -109. But that play canceled. Also, the Cubs Atlanta game. Interesting. Soroka is now out and Fried is in, and I just did not have my. Let me just refresh my memory on who this guy Fried is. But the line has not changed much. Atlanta is still about a +110 dog here in MLB. In the morning show, Jimmy the Bag gave a bunch of picks. He did take Baltimore money line +146 to hit David Price. I'm assuming you're still liking that one. I was feeling the same way when I handicapped that game, thinking about Baltimore on the first half, maybe thinking about Baltimore -1. Jimmy the Bag is also on St. Louis first half -0.5, -105. St. Louis first half -0.5, -105. Liking Weaver better than Velasquez here. A little bit of pushback in the morning show from that. Jimmy the Bag also liking Colorado, San Francisco over 8 with Samardzija and Bettis. Let me see where that line has moved, if at all. all? Not really. No, it's still at 8, and a teeny move towards the under, actually. Jimmy the Bag also made a play on Tampa Bay Angels over 7, -119. I tailed him on that one, and that one is, there are no 7s available anymore. I said I might pull it back because it made me nervous, but I was leaning over with Archer and Skaggs when I handicapped the game, and then when I saw 7, I was like, all right, I'll go on it with you. My only concern is just that Archer does have the potential to be good, right, at any given time, and Skaggs, has been great. He's given up, not necessarily lights out, but he gives you a 6-inning, 2-run start reliably every time out. Feels like we're going to get the same thing from him here, even though the Rays hit lefties well. So that means you're going to have to get at least 5 runs from some other combination, either from Tampa Bay in the later innings or from the Angels to pound Archer.
Do we still believe that Archer is capable of pitching great? I tell you what, if he was on the Oakland A's, Billy Beane would already have a bunch of first-round picks.
You think so?
Yes, I do. I think he would have got rid of him like he got rid of Sonny Gray at the right. And he might even have been a little late getting rid of Sonny Gray. Archer should already be dealt. The reason why he's not being dealt is because, and this is just my guess, is because he doesn't have value anymore, and none of the other executives in the league believe in him.
Interesting. Jimmy the Bag, you may be dead on. Certainly, Archer has underachieved this year, shown a few flashes here and there, but definitely very hittable. So maybe taking the Angels on the team total overs would be a better way to go if you're afraid of Skaggs having another shutdown start, which I am. On the other hand, Tampa Bay, again, has great numbers on the year against lefties. Other picks that Jim gave. Jim also gave San Diego, Pittsburgh over 8 at -115. We'll see where that line has that line moved. Not really. That's right where it was in the morning, although right now, actually, Pinnacle could give you a -110. And that's it from Jimmy the Bag in terms of MLB. I have 3 picks. I went on Tampa Bay Angels over at 7 with Jimmy the Bag. I did take St. Louis game, second half under 3.5, -120, and I sided with who was it? With -110, Nostra Tota, Flipper 13, and a few other guys who are on the Oakland side of the Oakland-Toronto game, going against Mark Lathrop, which makes me a little bit uncomfortable. But I did take Oakland -1, and that line is right exactly where it was in the morning. The money line there was +108. If I wanted it now, the best line would be +110 at Bet365. So almost exactly where it was in the morning. Other interesting games, of course, are the Detroit-Seattle game, which Jim has no play on, and neither do I. And that's about it. That's the entire card. Again, a pitching change in Atlanta. Jim's Texas play gets canceled, and that's about it.
What was the line change? Sorry, I apologize if I missed it, with the Rockies-Giants over 8.
Rockies-Giants over 8. Just a very, very, very teeny, almost imperceptible move to the under. Basically the same thing as where it was. It's just that when we gave it to you, we gave you -106, and if you took it right this minute, we would be able to give you +100 at Pinnacle, but that's about it.
Wow, that's I find that interesting. I mean, Bettis has looked very good this year, but how long will he look good? And this is a patient Giants ball club. They don't hit for a lot of power, but they have patience. I think I'm in a nice spot there. Farouk Islam says Pirates missing hitters. Let me take a look at that lineup, because I thought, giving those studs that they gave the day off, I thought they'd come back smacking today.
Muhammad Joma says, need to find a baseball game to parlay with the Caps. So we know Muhammad Joma likes the Caps tonight. We will get into that. Jimmy has given a play on that one in the morning show. He liked Tampa Bay. Muhammad Joma, just on a personal note, be a little bit careful with the parlays. I talk about parlays all the time. I know that they're tempting. They do magnify your EV, but you have to be careful about overbetting them, because if you overbet them, you can have a positive EV parlay with negative EG, and that is not something you want to do. He likes Pirates, and the Angels were the two that he liked. I mean, the Angels, it's a big favorite line there. Obviously, Skaggs looks more promising at the moment. I was thinking about taking Tampa Bay on the second half of that game, actually. And what were you looking for, Jim?
I'm interested in this Pirates over. Jose Ng likes it.
Oh yeah, the Pirates lineup, right?
My man Twatty Latte just loves the way his boys are mashing, especially without McCutchen. I wish they had Garrett Cole still sticking around, but who knows what Cole would be like without Verlander. And the confidence. It's just confidence that he has now, right, Cole?
Yeah.
Just newfound confidence that makes him so good?
I mean, I think he was building up to it his whole career, and it's just peaking right now. So who's out for Pittsburgh, if any?
I'm going to check right now. But while I do, Yanks Guy 30, whom we love in the chat, says, Pete, what does EV and EG mean? Okay. And then I will look.
I will give a quick tutorial on that while you check the lineup for Pittsburgh. EV means expected value. EG means expected growth. The expected value of the bet just means abstractly, regardless of your bet size, is the bet likely on average to turn a profit or a loss overall. EG is different. EG is your actual growth of your bankroll based on the bets that you're making combined with your bet size. So the point is, if you overbet your edges, and you can go to the tool section at SBRodds.com and you can use the Kelly calculator, and you can see the Kelly calculator spits out EV and EG for any series of bets. If you overbet your edges, you can have a negative EG while having positive EV on all of your bets, which means that each bet individually is you have an edge. You have an edge over what the market is offering, but because you're betting more than you should be betting, your long-term expected growth is negative, and that's what you want to avoid. If you overbet your edges, if you do have edges and you overbet them, you will have negative EG despite having a positive expected value, positive EV on all of your individual bets. Great question. Happy to answer it. Thank you so much, Yanks fan 30. Fresh off of getting a haircut, feels good, feels like a winner because he got a haircut yesterday. He told us in yesterday's show.
I remember. And our friend David Hutton, whom I love, says, Pete, you should write a gambling guide. I've learned so much from you.
I know a few things, and I'm happy to share them, and that's about it. Thank you so much, David Hutton. I love you, David Hutton. All right, what else do we have here? Teddy B.
Yeah, we gave him love.
Teddy B says, Jim Loshak, show me love for the Rockets first quarter. Teddy B, we already showed you love in the morning show, and we're going to do it again. I don't know if you watched the morning show, but that was one of the first things I said. Shout out to Teddy B for saying that Rockets in the first quarter was his best bet of the entire playoffs. Best bet of the entire playoffs. In retrospect, he was dead on. We showed him love in the morning. We're going to show him a lot of love right now. Great call by Teddy B. Teddy B wasn't the only one. There were others who said that they liked the Rockets early. King Rail liked the Rockets early. Dave L.A. liked the Rockets early. But Teddy B came out and said, show me love if this one cashes. Houston Rockets first quarter is my favorite play, is my favorite play of the playoffs. And he was dead on. Shout out to Teddy B. Thank you so much. Mark Lewis, part-time hater, part-time lover, right? Part-time hater, part-time lover. We love him. We're just full-time lovers of Mark Lewis. Jimmy and Pete, I need a free, easy lock in MLB tonight. Tighten up, man, and hurry up. Well, what do we want to give him? He needs a free, easy lock in MLB tonight, Jim. Not just a play you like. He needs a lock. What are you going to give him? We'll hit you up right now. Mark Lewis, our favorite play in MLB is what?
I'm going to need 25 more seconds.
At current odds. You might say Baltimore, there's value, but they are a big underdog. Maybe St. Louis -1.5, although people were pushing back on that. This is a little bit of a tough card. Tampa Bay Angels, we took the over at 7, but it's not 7 anymore, only 7.5. I'm liking Oakland -1. A lot of big hitters are liking Oakland as well, but some other big hitters are on the other side, like in Toronto. I don't know. I'm seeing no locks, Jimmy the Bag. But if you had to hit up a friend, a good friend like Mark Lewis, with your favorite play tonight, would it be Baltimore? What would it be?
No, it wouldn't be Baltimore. I think my favorite play here, I would say, is how
about Angels team total over? Angels team total over. Let me see what that would be right now. It would be 4 -108.
I like. Okay, now, did you see the weather in San Francisco? I mean, am I looking at fake winds?
Let me see.
I mean, I have the wind blowing out strongly to center.
Let me see. What are you looking? Don't tell me you're looking. You're not looking. You're not looking at daily baseball data again, are you, Jim? Jim. Well, don't take advice from me. You're up 15 units. I'm even, but I'm telling you that that site does tend to overstate the weather, rather the wind velocities. Obviously, maybe they're right and the other sites are wrong, but I checked the other sites. The other sites tend to agree with each other more than they agree with that daily baseball data. But let me check. I will check while it's loading. I'm going to check Sports Insights right now. There's a lot of places. I also like to check RotoWire /weather. I like that one. Let me see the San Francisco game. I am seeing pretty healthy wind there. About a 11 or 12 mile an hour wind blowing out. Yeah.
Jesus, I got 15 to 18.
Yeah, I'm telling you, those are inflated numbers.
Daily baseball data.
Well, maybe they're right, but my experience is that the other sites tend to agree with each other, and daily baseball data tends to be the outlier.
Okay, well, I'm not sure which play I like more. I'd be curious to hear if you think one of these plays is better. I really like the Padres Pirates over, and I really like the Giants Giants Rockies over.
Mm-hmm.
Is there an over there that you think is a little bit tighter than the other?
I don't know. I'll admit that the first time I looked at that San Diego Pittsburgh game, I thought I liked the under, and that was at 8.5 though. So I might have been right there. And on my personal picks tracking that I do, I did make under 8.5 one of my official picks. One of my picks on my personal tracking where I track my picks on every game. Yeah. Then again, Colorado's bats, nothing to write home about, right? Mm-hmm. San Francisco can easily be shut down or explode. So this is a tough card, Mark Lewis.
Okay, then I with all that, so you had the under under 8.5 in
8.5 in the San Diego Pittsburgh game. Yeah.
Okay, well then
that was on the overnight though.
Yeah, I feel you. I think then my favorite play, Mark Lewis, is Rockies Giants over 8. Bettis versus the Shark. Wind blowing out. You know, I know the Rockies just are playing without LeMahieu, but I think that Bettis. I mean, when Bettis came back from his testicular cancer last year, I was fading him, and I have a weird thing where I don't like fairy tales. I don't like those wonderful stories, and you guys have seen it. Take money out of my pocket with the Golden Knights, and when Bettis came back and he was picking up little mounds of dirt from each mound that he was on, although it was such a beautiful story, I started fading him and making a lot of money off of him. Now he's a veteran in the rotation, and everyone's saying wonderful things about him, but he's still throwing 88 or 89 miles an hour. When I watch him pitch, I just feel like he's susceptible to being touched. So in all honesty, I'd say my favorite play is the Rockies Giants over 8.
All right, well well, there you go. That's Jimmy the Bag's opinion, and maybe there are some people in the comments section who have come in and given you a pick, because as we know, my handicapping and Jimmy the Bag's handicapping together represents 2% of why this show is so great. The handicapping of the comments section represents 80% of why this show is so great, and the other 18% is a combination of love and jokes. All right, let's see what people are talking about. Jose Ang says Giants over is the play. Let me see. Kingsley Maydew says the Pirates are so hot right now. Let's see. Anthony L. Shark sucks. Bettis is a fade. Bet the first 5 innings over. Nice, which is probably 4. Doubt it's 3.5. But
Teddy B's on the same thing. Over Colorado, first 5 innings, Loshak Jim. Okay, that makes me feel good.
Isan Zolfagari says, I like the first 5 over in the Pitts game. Natalio Pereira says, weather is beautiful in California. Angel Stadium, nice breeze, good for home runs. Very nice. Jimmy and I did give both the over 7 in the Tampa Bay Angels game, which I think I'm going to ride with. You know, Tampa Bay might hit Skaggs a bit. If they don't, there's also a chance that Archer could get shelled. You know, also a chance that things could go over late, so yeah, there you go. Let's see. Vincent K. Maxwell says, "Take it, Jim. Pittsburgh wins 6-3."
So that's too close to call.
You know,
that doesn't give me a lot of confidence. Mark Lewis says, "Jim and Pete, you guys, I got to get a new wheelchair. All bullshit aside."
Who said that?
That's Mark Lewis. So all jokes aside, and if maybe that's serious, and
is that serious?
It sounds serious.
Oh, okay.
If it's serious, then we got to give them winners.
Yeah. All jokes aside, there are no locks in sports betting. That is dead serious. It's funny, but it's also serious. There are no locks in sports betting, but there are definitely plays with value, and we try to do the best we can. Let's see.
Observer, my man Observer says the chat is 60% of the show. Pete's mustache, the remaining 40.
Who said that?
Observer.
Oh, there you go. Shout out to Observer. Huge shout to
Observer loves the over in this Orioles Red Sox game. And
that was also on the overnight line, and I got a 9 on my personal picks tracking. I did take the over as well at 9.
Interesting, because I think that both these pitchers are capable of pitching well, and I think that Gaussman is more capable than Price at this point when Price is dealing with the carpal tunnel. So I love the value I got on the Orioles at plus 146. Actually, I didn't know. Did you say if that line moved? I don't remember.
No, almost no movement at all.
All right. Okay.
Jay Scum says, I like your overcall on San Francisco tonight, Jimmy. I'm a San Francisco fan, and Shark is terrible. Maybe I'll tail you guys. Anthony L. says, Philadelphia Phillies money line is lots of value. Okay, Jimmy the Bag is on St. Louis on the first 5 innings. Let's see. What else do we have? What else do we have here going on? Kingsley Maydew likes the Pirates. Pittsburgh Brew. I got Pirates and Rangers and Tampa Bay. Let me see. What else do we have here? Look, other comments.
I'm surprised that the line didn't move with Fried. It's Fried, right? Max Fried.
Yes, yeah.
I'm surprised. When you go over his numbers in Gwinnett, he had 3 starts, only managed to get through 15 innings. 15 Ks in those 15 innings, 7 walks, 101, 3.60 ERA, 1.60 WHIP. He had a start in Double-A, another very short start, only lasted 4 2/3. So it sounds like whatever they get from Gwinnett, it's only going to be for 4 or 5 innings. And in that case, I'm surprised we're not getting a better line. I'm surprised that they're not, the Cubs feel like the play now to me. So much so that I would like to make that bet. What would I get on the Cubs right now, full game?
On the Cubs full game, let me just find it. Hold on one second. There's some great comments that I'm seeing from earlier in the comment segment, and we're going to address those as well. Best line for the Cubs right now, line shopping here at SBRodds.com. It's all over the place, -125, -123. The Greek has -117, and that's what we would give you if you want that one.
So now what, I like fading these kids, but obviously there's not a lot of tape on them. It's a quick switch. They were probably had tape on Soroka. What's your feeling on a kid like this coming up?
Let me see. Max Fried. I do have notes on him, and I have looked at him. I just it's just out of my brain right now. Let me see what do we have on Max Fried. Let me full some of my notes. I haven't. I'd want to
7th overall pick in 2012.
Yes. He's got a high upside. I'd want to see what his recent minor league results were, and I would say that in general he's I can't give an answer on that. Yes, he has a high upside. Tough. I haven't checked to see how his recent what his recent minor league results were, so I can't really comment on that right now.
I hear you. Nostratoda coming in saying, I personally do not trust this Rockies team to score. That lineup is due for some hard regression.
Yeah.
This might be a nice opportunity for the Shark to get some confidence, but still they're hanging a low number with the wind blowing out the way it is. You put almost any other two teams together with the wind blowing out. I know San Francisco is a pitcher's park, but I imagine that they'd be hanging 9. I just feel like this.
Well, 9 for San Francisco. That's that you will not see a lot of 9s in San Francisco.
I took the over in every single game of the Reds Giants series, and I went 2-1. I went 2-1. I just feel like the way I feel like Bettis is susceptible. He's not been very good against the Giants in his career. Smarja, excuse me. He's just 6.94, 1.71 WHIP. Giants are hitting pretty well. Rockies are not hitting well. 229, 704 OPS. They're starting to hit a little better against lefties. That won't come into play tonight. Josh Pikosh says Shark can't always shit the bed.
Here's a question. Let's go back to the Toronto game, and I don't know if Nostratoda is still with us right now, but here is I would love to get his response to this one. Here's Anthony L. Anthony L. saying, I'm still with Toronto. Nostra had me second cussing myself, but I'm confident Jays are a bye team going forward and positive regression offensive candidate. Jimmy the Bag, Nostratoda, are the Jays a bye team going forward, and are they a positive regression offensive candidate?
Well, everybody knows, everybody's watching this show, that I don't think they are. And now they're just a 500 team. Their win-loss was 81.5. Win total, 81.5. And I just don't think they're a very good baseball team. I think that they're filled with veterans who are susceptible to injury. Now when Vladimir Guerrero and Bo Bichette come up, it's a whole new game, whole new story. We've built some real studs, finally. After Anthopoulos took everything out of our cupboards, we've now got them back. Now, Anthopoulos was the guy who made the trade that allowed us to sign Vladimir Guerrero Jr., so he shouldn't take too much hate. But no, I think the Jays are a team that will win 75 games maybe this year.
Okay, and here's a comment from Observer on the Oakland game saying, guys, they will definitely score in the first inning of the Oakland game. I would be shocked if they don't score. He's talking about a score in the first inning, and that comes from Observer. And -110 Nostratoda says Jays are a decent team, but not reliable laying.
They're a decent team. Yeah, they're decent. That's a pretty good line for them. Arthur Meade Jr. says, good evening, Peter Loshak, Jimmy the Bag. I want to say I'm sorry for the negative vibe on Indian Cowboy this morning on your show.
Oh.
I'm a long-time listener, and I've been very positive in here.
Who said that?
Arthur Meade Jr. What a good man he is.
Arthur Meade Jr., one of the other hallmarks of this show is forgiveness. As we know, I'm very sensitive to apologies that are bullshit or not. That was a clear, sincere apology.
Absolutely.
Arthur Meade Jr., 100% forgiven. Thank you so much for that apology. We love you, Arthur Meade Jr. We really, really do love you, Arthur Meade Jr.
We
Thank
really
you.
do.
Appreciate the apology. And we always encourage people to say what they think, though, as well. And if you say something that you think and then later on or realize, you know what, I shouldn't have said that. People make mistakes all the time, which is why we forgive, because none of us are perfect. We can't treat the whole world like fucking politicians, where if you make one mistake, you're demonized your whole life. People make mistakes. People fuck up. And if they are sincere and take meaningful action, we forgive them. This was way more than the Arthur Meade apology demanded.
No, it's
but
important to say.
Arthur Meade, welcome back.
We love you, Arthur Meade. And
Yes.
Scotty Rock Forever. Man, I just love these guys so much. And Scotty Rock Forever, he can't come to IFBC because him and his boys are watching his San Francisco Giants in New York. They have a big trip to New York.
Okay.
But Scotty Rock Forever says, I just want to say that I love working with Pete and Jimmy. You guys make me successful, not only in my pockets, but in life.
Oh, that's awesome. That is, thank you so much. That is awesome. In the meantime, Teddy B just coming in. More picks. Here we go. Teddy B. Loshak, Colorado first 5 team total over 1.5 minus 135 is available. Okay. Took it with Rockies first 5 innings plus a half minus
Remember
150.
who else was going off about that being
Oh, it was
available?
Mark Lathrop.
Yeah.
Was Mark Lathrop. That's against the pitcher with bad stats, 46% fly ball rate when the balloon is blowing out, blah, 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 blah. There you go. Okay, Teddy B saying that the Colorado first 5 innings team total over might be a good play. Let me see. What else do we have? Alan Action says the A's will rope Sanchez tonight. A's playing too good right now and have dominated the AL East. Okay, let's see. What else do we got? What else do we have here? Just looking for handicapping comments here. Interesting shit. Okay. All right. Jose Ang says Archer and Skaggs needs to bounce back, stay off that total. Okay, understandable, Jose Ang, but Jim and I got it at 7, just a little bit too low, just a little bit too
I
low.
had to jump on that. My man Natalio, who's been making big bets and hitting hard with them,
Really?
says, Nate, he's our lawyer. Remember, if we get in any kind of trouble, Nate's our lawyer.
Oh, he keeps changing his name. I thought his name was Nate. Okay, right. Same guy.
Changed it a couple times.
Okay.
We got to keep changing his
Yes.
name. He's a criminal lawyer.
I understand.
Right?
I understand.
He's got clients that are killers.
Of course.
He says the Angels game over is as reliable as leaving a fat girl to eat an entire bag of potato chips alone in a room.
Very nice analogy. Nate Pereira, a little bit of a poet inside of Nate Pereira, endorsing the play on the over. Very nice. Okay, let's.
Fat girls endorsing fat girls.
You know me, baby. You know me. All right, let's see what else do we have here going on here. Let's see what I have here. Going on here? I'm just scanning. Kobe Valentine. I'm a huge Jays fan. I live in Toronto, and I think Oakland will beat us. I also do not think we're a good team moving forward. Old players, injury prone, and bad coach. There you go. Anthony L. expecting positive offensive regression from Toronto and a bye team going forward. Kobe Valentine disagreeing. Does not think they're a good team moving forward. Old players, injury prone, and bad coach, and Jimmy the Bag is more in line as of right now with Kobe Valentine's opinion than with Anthony L's opinion. Interesting stuff. Okay.
Wow, and 2 of our guys that from the chat, 2 of the cappers that we run with, found out that they were both at Mr. Lucky's in Walnut Creek last week.
All right. Well,
Mr.
there
Lucky's
you
in
go.
Walnut Creek.
Unbelievable. Small world. Okay, let's see. What else do we got going on here? I'm just scanning for comments. Someone said, at King Rail, ha, ha, ha. Now I'm looking for King Rail. Pull a joke or two out of his ass in these comment section. I'm just looking for what the joke was, Jim. Any other MLB handicapping stuff you want to talk about right now, Jim?
Yeah, Isan Solfagari saying, Jimmy, did you take the Cubs? And no, I haven't at this point.
Okay.
I'm a little concerned with how incredible a prospect he is, but I do think that there's value here, and I do like the Cubs here. Another thing I think that really helps these kids is when they don't know they're going to start. So I guess I'm going to stay off of it. When they don't know they're going to start and it's just a freak thing. Oh my God, I got to get as fast as I can to Atlanta. I'm starting tonight, and they don't have the time. They slept last night. They don't have time to worry about it and let their self-conscious get the best of them. I think they can pitch well, and I'm not going to I don't think I'm going to take it.
Okay, sounds good. SBR Forum asking whose birthday was it today? Stephen Alla. Shout out to Stephen Alla. Wishing him happy birthday. J Peach says A's over in every way. That's definitely interesting as well. Let me just scan these team totals here.
Marcus Johnson, who's been just giving us great
great
I
know.
Stuff. He says Detroit is the plus money play of the day.
Detroit is the plus money play of the day against Seattle. Yeah, as a huge underdog, and that line has gotten bet up significantly. Seattle opened in the minus 150s. Now they're all the way up into the minus 180s. And he had another comment that here I'm going to do a control F on this shit because he had another comment that was very important. Hold on one second.
So he believes in Matthew Boyd making his first start in his home city. And I can understand that, and I've been high on Marco Gonzalez, and it's been costing me money.
Yeah. Where is that? Where is there? Okay, let me just see.
Kobe Valentine coming from a pitcher says, Jimmy, you have a point there. I really do. Yeah, he says he threw a no-hitter and a one-hitter the 2 times I was surprised walking to the diamond that our starter got hurt, and I had to pitch. I really feel that way. You just don't have time to overthink and overanalyze and get worried and get nervous and make phone calls and have people watching you and have people at the game, all that stuff that the extracurricular things that can take away from a young pitcher. You don't have the time to worry about it, and I'm off that.
Absolutely. Part. Marcus Johnson's other opinion that I was searching for, Atlanta. He says Atlanta has a 73% value simulation at 59%. So there you go. Marcus Johnson liking Atlanta today, which I would also vaguely agree with. I'm not so high on Leicester right now, especially against the Braves.
I'm high. Well, we know the Braves smash lefties. Yeah. We know they smash lefties, but I'm telling you, I see a regression in the Braves offense coming. I just, we talked about it maybe a little too much in the last couple of days. The way Albies is playing is there's just no problem. I mean, he's going to lead the league in homers as a 21-year-old? I mean, look at these numbers. They're hitting 285 with an 829 OPS versus lefties. I mean, that's just, and then, but now Lester's a tricky guy. He's a sneaky pitcher. But you're right. I'm thankful to be off that game.
And the Baltimore game, you like that one, huh, Jim?
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of value there. I like the way Gausman's pitching. I even like the way he how many hits he allowed in the last start and only allowed 2 runs. It tells me that he's locked in. Yeah. Now we know that Valencia and Machado hammer Price. Valencia 13 for 22 against Price. Machado 11 for 37 with 4 homers. And the Orioles hit lefties much better than righties. 244 with a 746 OPS. Yeah, I like it.
All right, I'm going to try to get a little bit of balls here, and that was my opinion when I handicapped this game on the overnight line. I'm going to take Baltimore -1. Baltimore -1. The money line part right now, best line would be at plus 148 at Bet Online, and at Bet365, the alternative run line is plus 265. So I'm taking Baltimore -1 as an official pick.
Wow.
All right.
A lot of people were saying, "Where's Native Queen? Where's Native Queen?" And the Oracle has arrived.
Oh shit, God, I love Nate. It is so wonderful because when she's not around, there's like 1% of me in the back of my mind like, maybe she's just not going to come around. And then when she's there, it's a big party. The party starts right when Native Queen comes around. Shout out to Native Queen, and she says Atlanta first 5 and lean to Atlanta score first. Wow, Jimmy the Bag, Native Queen, kind of like in Atlanta here. Marcus Johnson, kind of like in Atlanta. Well, definitely like in Atlanta here. Atlanta might be the play, Jim.
I have fallen in love with Native Queen, separate from the sports handicapping place, and every time she comes on, my heart skips a little bit, and I get a little.
Yeah, just a wonderful human being, just a fucking wonderful human being. We need fucking more of those instead of all the scumbags that fill the world up. All right, let's see.
I got some really nice notes from my man Nostratoda. Says, "Love your Orioles pick, Jimmy. Gas can has been good.
Yep,
and he is now the ace of the staff. And Zigzag Man says on Baltimore with Jimmy.
But now we're getting into that territory where everyone's on Baltimore. Zigzag Man says on Baltimore with Jimmy and Indian Cowboy. Indian Cowboy's on Baltimore. Richard West comes in. Baltimore is the play. I repeat, Baltimore is the play. Take team total over 4.5 fade price.
Oh man, you know what? Okay, yes, I understand that when
everyone
too many of us, but that's not too many of us. And in saying that, a dog finder, man. This guy sniffs dogs. Richard West sniffs out dogs. So I love that he's on it.
All right. That was my definite initial first pick. And again, on the overnight lines in my personal accounts, I took the over 9, and I also took Baltimore on the money line. And I hope you're right. Plex ASM says, I love this show. You guys are fucking awesome. Thank you so much, Plex ASM. Thank you so much.
That does mean a lot. But then King Art gives a shout out to the scumbags.
Yeah, the scumbags of the world. I will shout them out too. You fuck everything up, but we'll shout you out anyway. Scumbags of the world have been fucking shit up since ancient Rome, but we'll shout you out anyway. It's really true, Jim. Scumbags been fucking shit up for 2,000 years. Cocksuckers. All right, what else? 2,500. Who knows? Who knows?
Been around for 2,500
since
years?
ancient Rome, they've been fucking shit up. All right, let's see. What else?
I thought the world's been around for thousands. I thought we came from apes.
It has. Who knows? Who the hell? I don't fucking know. Here we go. Tomarino says Gossman has been very good. He was a top pick with good velocity, and he's pitched well this year. I think he will continue to pitch well. And again, I definitely have some concerns about Price's health. Even though his last start was excellent, his velocity was excellent. It's just concerning. All right, so let's see. What else do we have? What else do we have here going on in the comments section? We do want to get to the. We're going to talk about the NHL game, and then of course Jimmy the Bag will have an extended period of time to talk about the Preakness.
Yeah.
During that time, I'm probably going to just sit here and spaz out over some team totals, whether I want to keep them as leans or give them.
I've got lots to talk about. So I'll try not to talk too long.
Tomarino Tomor says the betting market keeps pricing Price as if he's elite. He hasn't been elite since his second start. Trumbo has been big. Trumbo back has been big.
Trumbo back has been big.
Yes.
He's hitting. I almost didn't expect. I didn't expect him to be hitting 330 or whatever he's hitting coming off the deal. I've been impressed.
Arthur Me Jr. I took Toronto Blue Jays over Oakland, St. Louis first 5, Detroit and Seattle over the total, and Tampa Bay Lightning over the Washington Capitals. No, Corey Moore says no Nelson Cruz for the Mariners. Yes.
John Garcia. It says South Texas is in the house. You got a shout out for South Texas.
Oh sure. South Texas, a wonderful place. Love to hang out there sometime, Jim. Maybe if we take the Loshak and the Bag Show road show, we can make a stop in South Texas.
We started at Kelly's Tavern,
south
side of Chicago.
Oh, absolutely.
And Cody AV says, who is Larry on again? Larry's on the Lightning. And then we will find out Larry's play of tomorrow. Or Lumpy Nuts Larry's play of tomorrow near the end of the show.
Okay, let's see. Kobe AV says, remember, half the views and attention comes from our haters. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, when it comes to views and attention in 2018 in digital media, a hater is worth 10 times what a lover is worth. But it absolutely.
Noster Toda, remember 2 weeks ago. He talks about the Orioles bats and how great they are.
Yeah.
God, he's always a step ahead of the market, and we're very thankful to have him on our chat.
More comments coming in. Kingsley Maydew says, LOL, even though Price has been excellent, his velocity is through the roof, and he has Cy Young stuff. I'm a little concerned. Red Sox money line bank it. Yeah, his velocity was fine in his last start, which is, absolutely.
His velocity's all over the place. I mean, he comes in sometimes and throws 97, and you're like, what's happening? Where did this guy come from? And then he goes and plays a video game for 24 hours straight and comes out with carpal tunnel syndrome.
Yep. J. Peach says, thumbs up for the daily entertainment. Mr. Gokster99 says, best show on YouTube goes to Loshak and the Bag. Congrats. Thank you so much, Mr. Gokster. Media executives all over the world, go fuck yourself and take notice. Read these fucking comments, all right? Let's see. What else do we have here, Jim?
Scumbags.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see old Gokster's pencil-thin mustache in Vegas. Man.
Yes. No, I'm just kidding around. I love media executives. I'm just saying, listen to the comments. Read the comments, okay? Media executives everywhere, all over the world. Read the comments, okay? These aren't paid comments. These aren't trolls. I mean, bots. They're not bots. They're real human beings, and we're touching them. All right, Jim. You want to go move on to the NHL and Preakness?
Yes, I do.
All right, let's move on. Once again, the official picks. Jimmy the Bag is on Baltimore money line plus 146. St. Louis first half minus a half. Colorado San Francisco over 8. Tampa Bay Angels over 7. San Diego Pittsburgh over 8. And I am on Tampa Bay Angels over 7. Baltimore minus 1. St. Louis second half under 3.5. And Oakland minus 1. And while Jimmy is doing his Preakness stakes analysis, I am probably going to be scanning over the card once again to decide if I want to make some last minute moves here. Once once again, San Diego. Let's just quickly review the 7 o'clock MLB games. San Diego, Pittsburgh. Jim took the over. My slight lean was to the under, and I did make that one my pick on the overnight line at 8.5. We know there's some people out for Pittsburgh, and that's interesting. Oakland, Toronto. It'll be very interesting to see who is right tomorrow. A lot of big hitters on Oakland, a lot of big hitters in the chat I'm talking about on Toronto, and we'll see who's right. Baltimore, Boston. A lot of people liking Baltimore, although there are some people saying that we're disrespecting Price here. But at the line, a lot of people are taking Baltimore. And again, Philly, St. Louis, also disagreement on that one. Actually, Jimmy the Bag, I would say that I've seen more people taking Philly here than agreeing with you on St. Louis on the first 5. But
I love it. I hope people keep backing Velasquez because I'm going to fade him and make money off of it.
Okay. And on that note, you want to move on to the horses segment, or you want to do NHL? You ready for horses, or you want to do NHL first?
Well, I'm easy. Whatever you guys. I'd love to do horses.
Let's even though it says NHL on the agenda, let's move to the horses segment right now. Jim did ask, and he has every right to have a graphic made of his horses record. The only race that he has handicapped so far officially in the Loshak and the Bag Show has been the Kentucky Derby. He nailed it. Jimmy the Bag nailed it. He picked Justify as the winner at plus 350, and then he gave 4 matchup props, all of which obviously cashed. Justify over other horses. Larry, if you got the horses record up there, we can throw it up there just so we can admire it, just so we can look at how beautiful it is. Jimmy the Bag, listen, you earned it. We throw up the ugly records, and we're going to throw up the beautiful records as well. Obviously, those 5 picks were all highly correlated. Nice job, Jimmy the Bag. Let's see what you have to say about the Preakness Stakes while I spaz out here about some team totals in MLB.
I'm going to try to do this quickly and as fast as possible.
No. Take about 6 minutes or 8 minutes, whatever you need. Whatever you need, baby.
This is a very tough spot. Justify is going to be, there's rumors that he's going to go down to 1-5. I've heard rumors that he could be at 1-9. I've heard people are going to go down with $500,000 million to make bets on him. So you're going to get a much better value on the books. Right now, bookmakers offering minus 220. Bet365 is offering minus 225. I am taking it today because I don't think we're going to get that. I think it'll go down to minus 300 and it'll keep climbing, first off. Secondly, it's been raining all week. Very, very wet forecast in Baltimore, and it's going to be sloppy. A lot of people are saying, oh, it's going to help the horses from 2 weeks ago, but the Pimlico slop is different than the Churchill slop. They've sealed the track. Who knows who's going to like it? Another thing that's happening is if you just look at what happened in the Derby, it's very easy to say Justify, Good Magic, and Bravazzo look very good. They're much better than these other horses. The 3 of them, it just doesn't work like that. That race took so much out of these horses. So much so, okay? Now, let's quickly go into Justify. People don't realize what an incredible race Justify just run. It was one of the most incredible races that has ever been run in the Kentucky Derby. Let me give you an idea. That first quarter was run in 22-4. Only 5 derbies have ever run that fast. That half was at 45. Justify was on that pace the whole time, the whole entire time. In those other 5 races, the people on the lead, the horses on the lead, all fell apart. In those other 5 races, there was no winner that was closer than 9th to the pace. 9th place and back. And Justify held on to that race. An absolutely incredible performance. Justify also was running away from Good Magic. I believe that Good Magic had a lot taken out of him. There's also a rumor about Justify having a bruised heel. They showed some pictures of it. I'm telling you, Baffert would not bring Justify to the Preakness if there was even the slightest thing wrong with him. If he was to lose this race, even with an injury excuse, he's going to lose so much value when they get to the breeding shed. Okay, that said, how do we make money with a horse that's going to go off at 1-5? I tell you, the first thing we do is we don't bet nearly as much as we did on the Derby because it's going to be more difficult to win money. The second thing we do is we take a favorite like Good Magic and we throw them out. We take another favorite like Bravazzo, not much of a favorite because it looks like it's just Good Magic and Justify, but we throw out Good Magic and we make simple, straight exactors. So I'm going to quickly bounce through these 8 horses very quickly, do a very, very quick pace projection, and then I'll tell you my bets very, very quickly. First off, Quip, the 1 horse. I love what Rudolph Brissett did, his trainer, by skipping the Derby. He was the only horse that qualified for the Derby that skipped it. I love that play. This is a developing horse in a much better situation for him. Clearly, the rain will not help him. If this was a dry track, I'd be very high on him. I'm still high on Quip. Now, there's a big question about pace projection with Quip. We can get in that in a second. But I have Quip in a straight exactor, a $50 straight exactor justified to Quip. Second horse, Lone Sailor. A lot of people are high on Lone Sailor. He's the one horse that's going to come from the clouds. I don't think we should be high on him. He started slowly, as he always does, but he went right to the rail. He actually ran 41 feet less than Justify, which means if you adjusted his extra feet traveled to lengths, he lost by over 14 lengths to Justify. I don't see Lone Sailor being much. I think all these horses that run 2 weeks ago have had a lot taken out of them, and only a horse as exceptional as Justify will be able to win. 3 horse, Sporting Chance. This is a very interesting horse, a talented horse, but he's got mental issues. He's very difficult to train. They brought him out to train a few days ago and he wouldn't run. In the bluegrass, he started running towards the rail. Saez switched leads on him, and then he went all the way out to the middle of the track and was disqualified and put in the third. I think with the Freakness that's going to be happening in the middle of the Preakness, 21 Savage is there. There are a bunch of rabbits. It's just a mosh pit. It's wild and crazy raining. I think that's going to affect Sporting Chance. I'm throwing him out. Diamond King is the 4 horse, 30-1, and I think he's going to take the lead. I think both Sporting Chance and Diamond King are going to go right to the lead. And Diamond King is another horse where if Justify and him are going head to head, this horse is going to come last. So Diamond King is in my head-to-head matchups, which we'll quickly go over. Diamond King, I'm fading Diamond King in my head-to-head matchups. I'm fading Sporting Chance in my head-to-head matchup. 5th horse, Good Magic. This is a 2-year-old champion, Blue Gray Stakes champion, runner-up in the Derby, and he's already at Pimlico. Everybody says he's doing great. Listen, and we have guys on our chat that are all over Good Magic, and I think that Good Magic doesn't have much of a chance in this race, and he's a good horse to fade. Now, Ace Farmer, very high on Good Magic. Good Magic's lifetime best speed figure is not as good as Justify's lifetime worst speed figure. And his jockey, Jose Ortiz, said already, he said that if those 2 horses, Diamond King and Sporting Chance, don't go to the front and push Justify, that he will. He said that he will turn it into a match race. Now, Good Magic was like 3 or 4 lengths back of that very, very fast pace. If Good Magic goes onto that pace, he's not going to be able to handle Justify. The only way to make money is to take either Justify or Good Magic and throw them out. And I'm throwing Good Magic out. The 6 horse, Tenfold. I'm very high on Tenfold. Very lightly raced 3-year-old colt, just 3 races under his belt. I'm making 2 exactors, 2 straight exactors. One is Justify to Quip, 7-1, $50. One is Justify to Tenfold, and another $50 bet. I'm putting $200 with my local on Justify at minus 225. And then with my HBI bet account that you guys saw, it's at $1,140. I haven't taken anything out of it. I'm only going to bet $100 from that account because this is a difficult race to win money on. I'm putting a straight exactor to Tenfold. Tenfold trainer Steve Asmussen, same connections as Gunrunner, who was the fastest horse in the world last year. He was 5th in the Arkansas Derby, but he was just a half length behind Quip. Magnum Moon won that race by 4 lengths, and the other 4 horses were very close together. This is a horse with enormous potential. I love these new shooters. That's what they call horses that didn't run in the Derby and that are running in the Preakness. They call them new shooters. I love them. We saw it last year. I made money off cloud computing. I did a big thing on cloud computing, and he won. He was a new shooter. Now, nobody's going to beat Justify because Justify is a truly extraordinary horse. But I'm making just 2 straight exactors, 7-1, 7-6, because they're capable of running career bests. Then we have Justify, absolutely incredible, historically fast first quarter, and he was on it the whole time, and he was pulling away. The 7 post is excellent for Justify. Outside slot, allow him to avoid significant mud early, and it'll help him relax because he'll have the exact same spot he had in the Derby, and he'll show that he can stay off the pace and come from the outside. It's going to be beautiful. Bravazzo. Bravazzo is everybody's sexy pick to come in. Everybody's high on him, even though he's 20-1 morning line. A lot of the cappers that I follow are very high on Bravazzo. Now, Bravazzo was so wide in the race. He was so wide. He was running 5 and 6 wide through the whole Derby. He came on to win, come second. So there's 2 reasons why people are very, very high on him. He ran 44 feet more than Justify, 49 feet more than Good Magic, and an incredible 85 feet more than Lone Sailor. So Trackus translates 1 length to about 8.5 feet. So if you calculate it, he lost 5 and 2 lengths to Justify, 5.75 lengths to Good Magic, 10 lengths to Lone Sailor. If you give him that 5.75 lengths, he actually beat Good Magic in that race. Not only that, but the same connections in 2013, the year before Pharaoh won, had a horse named Oxbow. Oxbow came 6th in the Derby, and then he won the Preakness. Bravazzo came 6th, same trainer, same jockey, and that's why people like him. I think that the Derby took too much out of these two horses, and I'm throwing them out. So quickly, just a quick breakdown. U.S. Time Force pace projection. Diamond King is supposed to set the early pace. Now, the projector actually has Justify on the pace because it's algorithms, but these algorithms aren't really needed because they don't realize how fast that Derby went. So I don't think Justify takes the pace. I think Justify sits right off of it. Now, Wayne Lucas has said that Sporting Chance, who usually runs mid-pack, is going to keep the pace honest. He's going to force Justify. He's going to push Justify. So because of that, I think that Justify is going to get a real nice spot. And I don't think that Good Magic will have to force the pace. Quip drew the rail. A lot of people think that he's going to be 7th coming out of the pace. I don't think so. I think that Quip will be right there. Quip's only running in slow pace races, but I think he'll be right there. In saying all that, I think this is a beautiful spot to hit a huge straight exactor and not risk a lot of money. That is what I'm doing. So I've got $200 on Justify at minus 225. And as I lock my bets in right now.
Okay, I'm sorry. People just making funny comments, making funny.
Sure.
Born to do it. That is what it's called. Born to do it, boys. Analyze the horses. You take someone with that kind of genetics, take someone with some research time, and that is what you get. Great breakdown, Jimmy the Bag. So what official picks do you want to give here?
I'm gonna pull up Bookmaker, and man, is Bookmaker the spot. We open an account at Bookmaker. It's got just the head-to-head matchups are absolutely wonderful, and use us. Go through SBR because that's what keeps Pete and I down here, keeping our show alive. Okay, first off, I am taking Justify to win the Preakness. It's available at minus 220 at Bookmaker.
Justify minus 220 to win. Okay.
Then I'm taking Quip heads up to beat Lone Sailor.
Quip over Lone Sailor
at minus
what?
114.
Okay, Quip over Lone Sailor at minus 114. Okay.
Then I'm taking Tenfold to beat Sporting Chance at minus 127.
Okay, hold on. Tenfold over Sporting Chance at minus 127.
And then I'm taking Tenfold to defeat Diamond King at minus 146.
Tenfold over Diamond King. Hold on one second. I just want to make sure that all of this is accurate at minus 146. So that I got 4 plays for you, Jim. Is that it? All right, Jim has Justify to win the race right now, minus 220 at Bookmaker. Now, just wonder, is that a futures bet? Or because if it's a futures bet, then if he gets scratched, you still get a lot?
These are no runner, no bets.
Okay, great.
To the point where it's a non-runner, no bet. And if you are using a local, make sure to have an asterisk that says non-runner, no bet. They have that now because it's the week of the race.
Absolutely. Great, Jimmy the Bag, dotting the I's, crossing the T's. All right, Jim's on Justify, minus 220. He's on Quip over Lone Sailor. Lone Sailor, minus 114, right?
Yes.
Tenfold over Sporting Chance, minus 127, and Tenfold over Diamond King, minus 146.
Yes, and Tenfold is up against Bravazzo. And Bravazzo did run a really nice race, and I'm concerned about Tenfold handling the mud. And Bravazzo did just show that he can run in the mud and run well. So I'm gonna fade Diamond King. I'm gonna fade Sporting Chance, and I'm gonna take Quip over Lone Sailor and call it a day.
All right, we got it.
Justify to win.
4 plays from Jimmy the Bag. You knew that was going to be great, right? You knew if you don't give a shit about horses, obviously you turn the channel. If you love horses, if you even like horses a little bit, if you even just think general handicapping analysis on a sport you don't follow is interesting, you knew that was going to be great. And once again, if you want to tail Jim, Justify minus 220, Quip over Lone Sailor minus 114, Tenfold over Sporting Chance minus 127, Tenfold over Diamond King minus 146. Those are the current odds right now this second at Bookmaker.
And Joe D saying how much you're putting on each bet? Very simple, very small amount of money. I'm putting 200 with my local, which is just one unit on minus, and I'm getting minus 225. And then my HPI action, which I'll tweet out once I make the bets, I'll make them on race day, are just $50 exactors. I'm not going to go into my profit from from the Derby. I'm just going to make simple bets. Now, when we get to the Belmont, I'll start making more bets. But this is a tough race to make money on, and I don't want to bet a lot of money on it.
Okay, sounds good. A lot of very funny comments came in. We don't have time to read them all right now, but they were definitely acknowledged. All right, you want to move to NHL very quickly, Jimmy the Bag?
Sure.
Jimmy the Bag, of course, in the morning show did take Tampa Bay at plus 105, and I believe that Tony Soprano also on Tampa Bay at plus 105, and Brent Brooks, has he given any picks on this game?
I can't wait to hear what Brent.
Yeah, let's see what Brent Brooks has to say. But all right, Jim, if you have any, if you have any energy left, you want to tell folks very quickly why you like Tampa Bay at moneyline plus 105. I'm kind of scared of this game. I'm staying off it. In the morning show, there were a good amount of people whom we respect, including Mohamed Joma, saying that they like the Caps. I'm going to stay off this game. Obviously, it's been a wacky series. Road team has won all 3 of the games. It does feel like the script says Tampa Bay once again gets a win here and evens up the series. The line has actually gotten bet up just a little bit. In the morning, you took Tampa Bay at plus 105, Jim. Now the best line would be at plus 111 at Pinnacle, so a very, very small line move in favor of Tampa Bay, Washington. Total I don't want to touch either. It's definitely an interesting game. I'm going to stay way off it. Jimmy the Bag's on Tampa Bay plus 105. You want to tell everyone just very quickly why you like, or remind people why you like Tampa Bay here.
I will. JP is asking, Jimmy, would you bet justified minus 275? I would, but I just wouldn't bet too much.
Yeah.
I would say definitely don't bet more than if you're gonna like whatever 2 units is for you or something like that. If you could bet $275 on that.
Yeah.
Or max maybe 400. It's just not worth risking too much. But yes, Justify will take care of business.
Because don't forget, horses, injuries are a possibility in the horses too, right?
And we're dealing with the bruised foot. I'm just telling you that Baffert is 4 for 4 taking Derby winners to the Preakness. You think he's willing to mess that record up with a bruised heel? He would. We're talking about such a valuable horse. He would never do that. He's about to win his 7th Preakness.
Dogtown says, such enthusiasm, such concise analysis. Just eat this Preakness. Jimmy the Bag analysis like it's lobster and champagne. Loshak and the Bag are the most entertaining cappers around. I'm saving that comment, Jimmy the Bag. Saving that comment to my computer. Thank you so much, Dogtown. All right, Jimmy the Bag, what do you want?
And Adam Lopez has an interesting question. I'm sorry, just for some questions. Are odds not guaranteed to stay what you got in Racebook? You should check on these all these books that we work with. They give you what you get. Now, if you can't bet in advance at the track, but their odds change. So if somebody at the track goes down, which somebody will put $1 million on Justify, then you're going to get 1 to 5 and 1 to 9. So yes, that's why these books are very helpful.
Yes.
And that's why I'm locking in my minus 225 right now.
And in the meantime, Brent Brooks, Bolts likes Tampa Bay. Wow. Okay. Not everyone on the Bolts. Mohamed Joma, we really respect him. He's on the Caps. But Tony Soprano, Brent Brooks, Jimmy the Bag, all on Tampa Bay tonight. Normal Nation says I took Tampa plus 109 and over 5.5 minus 125. Wow. Okay. All right. Allen Action. Capitals money line is my play of the night. Lightning played desperation hockey in Game 3. That worked, but now it's Caps' turn to bounce back. What do you think about that?
We talked about this a lot in the early show, and I've been just unbelievably impressed with Stamkos. He said we'll see what kind of team we have. He went out, led by example with a goal and assist. He's healthy now. 5 goals and 4 assists in a 6-game point streak. He said after the game, we haven't done anything yet. We haven't accomplished anything yet. He's going to be saying that to the guys. We got ourselves back in the series by playing a lot more of a structured game. We're confident we can do that again. I'm telling you, this Backstrom injury really hurts.
Yes.
If he plays, I do not think he'll be able to take faceoffs. And that causes confusion in both the offensive and defensive zone faceoffs. It causes confusion because they're going to want to keep Backstrom as a center and not stick him on the boards, because he's not used to that spot. But then it's just matchup confusion, and that's going to hurt them. It's just going to hurt them. The Lightning had scored 2 even strength goals in the first 2 games of the series. They got 2 last night. They won the special teams battle, 2 for 5 on the power play. They believe in themselves. To be honest with you, and maybe we come back tomorrow and the Capitals have won, I think the Lightning win the series in 6 games.
And in the meantime, Mohamed Joma, we knew he liked it. Now he says, I love the Caps tonight. JK, I'm on Capitals, and I hate going against Brooksy. And Tomarino Tomor with a strong opinion here. Tomarino Tomor, I really like the Caps tonight. Wow. Joe Marino Tomor really liking the Caps tonight. Mohamed Joma wants to clarify that he loves the Caps tonight. And JK hates going against Brooksy, but despite that, also on the Caps tonight. Wow. And Gerald Martinez asks if you had a free play, Pete. Wait, where is that comment? Gerald Martinez, where is it? My computer just jumped. Gerald Martinez, if you had a free play, Pete, Caps or Bolts? To be perfectly honest, and when people say to be perfectly honest, they're about to lie their asses off. But no, right now, to be perfectly honest, and I'm 100% being honest, I don't know. I have no clue. If you gave me a free play right now, I might even just flip a coin. I don't know. I mean, it does feel, the script says the Bolts. Obviously, Washington can hang with this team with what they did in the first 2 games. Now they're coming off a loss and they're at home. Gerald Martinez, if I had a free play right now, Caps or Bolts, I couldn't even hazard a guess. I probably would literally just flip a coin.
I do watch these games, Mohammed, and also if you look at any of the Corsi numbers, especially with Backstrom out of the lineup, Tampa's just much better than the Capitals.
CC Fitness, love the Caps as well. Wow. Sean Robertson, hate going against Brooksy, but Caps all the way. Wow. Joe Dion, Caps tonight too. Wow. Damn. Mohamed Joma, watch these games. The Caps are heavier, hungrier, more dangerous team. Tampa is the Nashville of the East, overrated. Once again, we are going to give props to him. He said that Nashville was overrated. They were a good fade in the playoffs. They did get eliminated early. My cousin plays in the same division and agrees with me. Tampa Bay are fraudulent.
Yeah, and his cousin.
And you would disagree.
His cousin is one of my favorite players. In the world, Vancouver Giants leading
That's
scorer.
Right. Who is it?
Brendan Gallagher.
Oh, shit. That's unbelievable. All right. Kobe Valentine, Tampa Bay -1.5. But Kobe Valentine doesn't just like Tampa Bay. He likes a -1.5. Unbelievable.
I think Tampa Bay wins this series in 6. I think they win out. It's too bad. And the Caps are riding all the momentum. And I'm telling you, we saw this in the regular season. We saw teams lose their best player, win 4 or 5 straight, then lose 4 or 5 straight. Because that boost of Kuznetsov stepping up and playing 30 minutes a game, it goes away.
Yeah.
It goes away.
Mohamed Joma says, Jimmy, I know you watch games. I was just commenting generally. That was a literary a technique that he was using. I knew that as well.
And Arthur Meade, I just know he's got it's tenfold over Diamond. Oh yes. No, but not Sporting Chance over tenfold.
No, tenfold over both of them.
Tenfold over both of them, and then Quip over Lone Sailor.
Yes.
And then justify the win.
Kobe Valentine backing up his opinion. Tampa Bay has shown signs its offense, number 1 in goals scored during the regular season, will come to life for the remainder of this series. Wow. Kobe Valentine expecting increased life from Tampa Bay. Mohamed Joma calling Tampa Bay a fraud.
Yeah, Brent Brooks being very kind, saying Jimmy is a real hockey guru. What we saw with Brent Brooksy this year was a NHL capper blossom into somebody that you trust and believe in implicitly, and he's been shining. And so not only is he an incredible capper, he's very kind to say that, but we've seen you step up and become the MVP of the NHL plays, Brooksy. All right.
Well, the final word on this NHL game tonight is multiple strong and educated opinions on both sides of this game tonight. Jimmy the Bag officially going with Tampa Bay +105. Me, Peter Loshak, officially definitely staying off it as far as an official play is concerned. And I can't even hope that everyone cashes and wish all my friends best of luck, because they're all on opposite sides here.
And Normal Nation has an interesting point, and something that I didn't talk about too much today. I talked about it before Game 3, that all the pressure was on Washington. And some people are like, how does that make? That doesn't make any sense. They're up to 0. Because Washington's never done this. And all of the pressure was on Washington. And now they're about to go 2-2 after winning the first 2 games on the road. Tampa Bay's freewheeling, and all of the pressure's on Washington. And Normal Nation's right. If the Lightning score that first goal, ooh, man, they're going to be scared in there, because they've seen this story. They've read this script before.
All right, so let me just, while you were talking about the horses, Jim, I was checking things. I wanted to give the Pittsburgh second half under, and I will throw that one on late. It is a little late, but that line should still be up at most books. And I'm going to throw on San Diego, Pittsburgh, second half under 3.5 minus 135. Second half under 3.5 minus 135. That's the current line at bookmaker. So that's an official play. I was thinking about throwing Philly second half minus 119. Thinking about throwing Oakland on the first 5 innings. Team total over 2. It's just team total over 2 to hit a guy with as many question marks as Sanchez obviously has, right?
Absolutely. I don't know. I'm just confused with Sanchez. Yeah. But Hoops 590 says, I used to sleep behind Best Buy for 3 months. We already have a homeless guy, Goose. You can't take it. And then he says, Jimmy, wrong. Mm-hmm. It'd be better, Hoops 590, to say something not about being homeless. Then we'll believe in you more. But then Goose is homeless.
All right, I'm also gonna throw on the Oakland A's. I'm gonna double up on this one. First 5 innings, team total over 2 minus 135. Team total over 2 minus 135. That is Oakland against Toronto. That's another official pick that I'm going to throw on. And then the others, someone must be out for Tampa Bay, right? Because the line has moved so strongly against them. Someone must be out for Tampa Bay. I don't know who that could possibly be. Thinking about the Angels, team total over 4 on the full game. Thinking about Baltimore on the team total over 4 on the full game, but I will pass on that one. And thinking about Atlanta on the team total over as well. But that's it as of right now. And also thinking about Philly on the second half. But as of right now, I'm just going to add on 2 other plays to my official card. San Diego, Pittsburgh, second half under 3.5 minus 135. And Oakland, first half team total over 2 minus 135. And that's it for me in terms of MLB. And we've covered everything, Jimmy the Bag. Are we going to do a lucrative Larry's play of the day? Do we have that segment going on right now?
Or God,
do we have that? Do we have it? All right, yes. A growing popular segment. Let's see if Luca Larry is ready to make his on-camera appearance. Luca Larry, remember, try to talk as close to the microphone as you possibly can. Microphone technique is one of the hallmarks of a professional on camera. Into a microphone, either one. Choose one. Mike,
I'm going to take the Chunichi Dragons plus 126 against the Hanshin Tigers.
Okay.
They've been massively underrated, and I've been riding this train, the Chunichi train, all season long.
Okay. Lucrative Larry is going to continue his ride, successful ride on the Chunichi train. Thank you very much, Lucrative Larry. Everyone loves you. Thank you so much. And let's see. So that's about it. Anything else we need to cover, Jim?
Man, I got to look into these Chunichi Dragons. That game goes off. When's it go off? Like 5 a.m. or something like that?
5 a.m., something like that.
Jesus, I gotta look into these Chunichi Drag plus 126. I like he's looking for dogs.
Yes. Okay, let me see. Corey Moore said the A's game already started. All right, so should I pull that A's team total over? I mean, I was gonna give it. It's just that everything got caught. No, let me. I mean, but I gave it a few minutes.
It's fine.
That's fine. It's fine. It's definitely an opinion. It definitely would have been in my leans category if I
want you to play your leans.
Yes, absolutely.
We support it.
Okay. I think that's about it. Anything else you want to get to? Are we done?
We're done. We love you guys so much.
Yes.
That's all.
And we will be back on Friday, tomorrow morning at 12 o'clock Eastern Time. Thanks so much, everyone.